What was the strangest moment in your life that you still can't explain up to this day? Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to never miss an upload. I saw my doppelganger while driving in a parking lot. We passed each other going super slow, and made eye contact. We both started laughing, and then continued on. My wife was sitting in the passenger seat, and saw him as well. It was super weird, and really fun for whatever reason. We still talk about it 10 years later. I regret not stopping and finding the guy to take a photo together. I saw Santa driving one day and I was so giddy from it my husband thought I was crazy for being so happy. It was like October or something and this guy was dressed up in a good quality suit and he had a real beard and everything. It was amazing. You know what? I live in Vancouver, Canada. I bet Ubi was filming something in the area. This happened when I was in 8th grade. I attended a small private Christian school at the time. School started at 8 but my dad had to work early so he usually would drop me off at about 7:15. I would then go to before care, where an adult basically supervised everyone who was early. I remember it as an ordinary morning. I felt totally fine and did what I usually did in before care, went to the back corner of the cafeteria, lay my head down on the table and close my eyes for a few minutes before my school day began. All of a sudden I started experiencing this sharp pain in my chest. The best I can describe it was it felt like my chest was having a cramp like you get in your legs when working out or playing sports. I didn't panic but I got out of my chair and quickly walked out of the room and down the hallway towards the restroom. As I walked down the hallway the pain got sharper and my vision started going dark. The last thing I remember was falling to my knees and realizing I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom. By the time I was completely on the floor, I was unconscious. I have no idea how long I was out. The next thing I remember I was waking up on the floor of the hallway, and I quickly realized two things that I to this day find strange about the situation. 1. The last thought I had before I passed out was realizing I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom, yet when I woke up, I was actually a few steps past the door to the bathroom. 2. This was near the end of the before care time period. School was about to start and the hallway at this point was usually pretty busy, yet when I went to go to the bathroom, the hallway was empty and when I woke up, the hallway was empty. I went into the bathroom to compose myself and make sure that whatever happened wouldn't start again. After that I went back to before care and on with my day. I felt completely fine and to this day that pain in my chest has never returned. After I totaled my car a man with burnt scars all over his face and hands came to my window. He asked if I was okay and then came and sat in the passenger seat. He said I need you to know that everything happens for a reason. I said I know. The next thing I know I'm talking to the other driver and police and the guy is just gone. No one else saw him. Anything out of the ordinary or things that changed your life's trajectory happened since that day. Until that morning I had been resentful and angry about a lot of things that were beyond anyone's control. When he said that, something inside me shifted. It instantly became my personal truth. That morning sparked an insane series of events that led to me producing an album with my favorite singer, healing my relationship with my mom before she died and meeting my soulmate. I wasn't his, but it's okay. Everything happens for a reason. I was at a gas station and just finished buying something from inside. I came out and a burly man with a t-shirt that had some sort of meat business on it came up to me asking if I was interested in purchasing bulk frozen meats. I was absolutely broke except for about $500 on my credit card available. I didn't want to buy anything but my mouth blurted out yes as if my life depended on it. A few minutes later I went home with a month's worth of vacuum-sealed fish and chicken. I don't know what said yes but it wasn't me. Did he ask are you interested in purchasing bulk frozen meats, or did he vaguely wave his hand in front of you and say you are interested in purchasing bulk frozen meats like, you know, a Jedi? Reminds me of this one time I was taking a test in algebra. I had a tricky question and had two possible ways of solving it, only one being right. I said screw it and started the process of solution 1, but when I put my pen down to write I wrote the word no, just out of nowhere with no thought. Swapped solutions and turned out I was wrong the first time. This one time when I was little my dad woke me up at like 2 AM and he said get ready, we're going to McDonald's. I was so fucking confused and kept asking why, but he wouldn't answer anything besides, because or to have fun. The rest of my family, 2 brothers, sister, and mom, didn't come with a nook, they were still asleep when we left. The place was closed, and we just kinda sat there for an hour or so eating, then went back home. To this day, I still have no idea why he frantically needed me out of the house and he swears he doesn't remember that happening, but the whole thing was so weird that I kept the toy that I got from the Happy Meal to remember it by, that I still have it to this day. Because it's my only proof of this weird fucking night that my dad, almost scarily, hurried me to McDonald's at 2 AM. I have 2 thoughts. My sister shit the bed and they were worried I'd make fun of her. Maybe they somehow noticed like rats or something in my room, but were worried I wouldn't be able to sleep if I knew that there were rats and they needed an hour or so to get it out. Either way, very strange night that my dad refuses to tell me the truth about, which only makes me think it's something much worse. Like, I'm 23 now. If he said yeah sister shit the bed and we didn't want you to know, I'd have been like cool nice good thinking lol. But he refuses to believe that it happened? What happened? Okay, this happened at my grandma's house. I was lying awake on the couch in the middle of the night, when this kaleidoscope of colors and lights appeared on the ceiling and began moving around the walls. I silently watched it until it disappeared and went to sleep. I shared the living room with my sister, and my grandma slept in a chair to keep us company. Since it was dark and I hadn't heard anything, I assumed I was the only one still awake to see it. The next morning at the breakfast table, my grandma brought up the light show she had seen the night before and didn't seem to know what it was. She described what I'd seen perfectly. After she left the table, my dad and aunt both seemed very concerned that she might be losing her mind. In my little kid brain, I thought if I told them I'd seen it too, they might think the same about me, so I kept quiet about it. If it hadn't been for the fact she'd seen it too, I would have chalked it up to a number of things. But I honestly don't know what to make of it. I've seen the same thing too. I would turn around in my bed and it was there, floating away and disappearing into the wall. Round beautiful shiny ball of light.